Welcome back, everybody. Another new month, another top 10 list, dude. I'm your host, Cody Collects. We're talking comic books with my good buddy, Khibucks. How you doing, dude?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. Listen,
Work has been swamping me, but
work work's been swamping you, dude. I appreciate you coming on your off day, dude, especially.
Mhm.
Tell me, dude, how hard was it to rank this month's comic books? Especially with that last week, dude.
yeah, it's crazy. So this month was tough, man.
Uh,
I felt like May was just a great month. It was another banger month. We had a lot. Ultimate titles, absolute titles, image books,
Dude, Image
even
is like on the come up right now. It's crazy.
Image is number one for me, man, as far as publishing companies go, man. I think Image is on top. I know it's tough because DC is like also right there. I think those two
Right.
are
We
like
read a
pretty
ton of DC
interchangeable.
too.
We
Right,
read a
right.
ton of DC, but Image, man, I think they're the best right now. I really do. It's hard to put an Image book down for me, but
Right.
then again, like I said, it's the same for DC. Same for Marvel, but only for like the ultimate stuff. The mainline stuff are pretty good too. There are some really good titles. I think Miles is a strong one. Incredible Hulk by PKJ is a strong one. Storm has been like going
I
crazy.
hear Storm. Yep. Right.
So yeah, but yeah, Image and DC, those are like the top two right now, where it's like it's hard to just put it down.
Right.
It's hard to put down.
So yeah, because if I'm looking back at previous months, dude, it's definitely dominated by DC and definitely from Image, dude. So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Does that pattern kind of stay and hold true in the month? We're talking top 10 list, but before we get into that, guys, we always like to do a shout out, not necessarily to a book, could be to a person, just someone that necessarily didn't fit into our top 10, but we want to give them a shout out every single month, dude. So I'll throw it to Kai. I'd love to hear your shout out for the month, dude.
Yeah, I got a pretty good amount of shout outs this month. This month was a lot of it's a lot of books, man. It's a lot of
Yeah,
books. So
yeah.
I got like four shout outs. But my first shout out, I'm gonna give it to Absolute Flash, issue
Nice.
three. Love this issue. I think this issue is really starting to move forward. And I also think that this is the best issue of the series so far. Because the dynamic between Wally and Grodd, Mini
Good.
Grodd at that. I'm hooked. I'm loving this already. So I think Jeff Lemire cooked on this. Nick Robles on the art, of course, is phenomenal. But this issue is the best so far, and I can't wait to see more of this duo. Honestly, I hope they do
Yep.
more with them because I think that is going to be very interesting. How Wally is working with a Grodd, who's a villain we know, who's a villain in the main DC universe. But it's different to see like this twist on the Absolute universe and seeing him working with Grodd and Grodd being in different form. So I think it's cool, man. Really cool stuff. So this was great.
Love it.
And next up, we gotta talk about Battle Beast, of course.
Battle
Gotta talk
Beast,
about Battle
nice.
Beast, man. This is such a what a dope idea and a dope concept, bro. Like to have blind bags, like that's so dope to me. I honestly, I wish Marvel and DC would have did stuff like this for their apps, for like their ultimate and absolute lines.
Can you imagine, bro? That would have like broke
I
everything. That would have
think
been
that
sick.
could have been crazy, but
Right.
yeah, that's such a dope idea. I thought this was a great issue. Lots of action, and a solid writing on Robert Kirkman's side for sure. But Ryan Alley's art, I think, was the highlight. I also read issue two early because I got it in my blind bag. Issue two is even
Nice, dude.
better.
Oh man.
Issue two is even better. I got two of them, actually. I got two of them. Uh,
Wow, bro. Nice.
but got a chance to read issue two. Issue two is even better. So definitely look out for issue two because I think it's even better. So that'll be had to mention. And a book that nobody talks too much about. I love this book. This was one of my top books from last year. But I Heart Skull Crusher. This is issue nine,
Nice.
written by Josie. Is it Josie Campbell? Yes, it is. It is Josie Campbell. Yes, it's Josie Campbell. Love this. This is like a post-apocalyptic world, in a world of paintball players. Our main character named Trini. She's a great main character. I love her character. She's so full of heart. She's very hopeful. She has her goals set in line, and she looks up to this figure named Skull Crusher. Skull Crusher is a paintball player.
Ah, gotcha.
She's like the greatest paintball player of all time, and Trini really looked up to her. And now she gets to be side by side by her on this mission that they're on. But they end up finding some secretive stuff about their world that I cannot wait to be uncovered. So I love this book. It's very anime-esque, which is also why I love it. I think the art is great. But yeah, great stuff here. Love that. And then my last shout out. I wish I could have had this in honorable mention because this was a great issue. I think me and you
Hmm.
talked about it a little bit over on TikTok, but Out of Alcatraz, issue
Nice. Yep.
three specifically, where things really ramped up. I love everything that's going on with this. I love the little group, the woman in this who has like her own like ulterior motive and has her own plans of freedom because she has something going on there that we don't quite know about yet. but we know she's just trying to break through on her own and go on her own journey. And then you have the two guys and stuff like that. But the guy who survived, he's on a rampage right now. He's
Yep.
killing people, and it's wild, man. Stuff is really ramping up, and I'm loving it. These were my shout outs for this month of May.
Dude, great shout outs there. So specifically, you brought up the blind bags, right? So I had the worst luck with those, dude. So I got 4 blind bags. One of them I think was just like a normal, like regular cover A or whatever. The other 3 were the blank covers, bro. I was like, it's like the worst luck ever. Yeah.
The blank covers are nice though.
I don't know, dude.
They are nice.
They're nice, but you know, I was surprised because I brought it up in like whatever the crossover comics Discord, and people were like, yo, I actually kind of want a blank. I'm like, I guess if you're trying to get something done by Otley or something like that, then you gotta get a blank, right? But
yeah,
I wanted the issue too, you know what I'm saying? I wanted the Spider-Man team up anyways. So dude, great shout outs though, especially the Absolute Flash. My shout outs for this, I gotta give it to someone who didn't make my top 10 necessarily. We're giving it to Jason Aaron for the month. Bug Wars, this issue I thought was like the best in the series. I'm loving where this is going.
I agree.
The world building, all the different like sects that we're finding out, like SECTS, like different groups all around the yard.
Groups.
And yeah, I'm just in love with what's going on in Bug Wars. You guys got to be picking it up. That way we get like a volume 2, because I'm not sure what the heck's going on with that.
Sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's selling well though. It should be.
I think so. A way I can tell kind of is that it gets a lot of variant covers. So to me, that's like a series that, you know, it justifies having like a couple, you know, 3 or 4 covers every single issue. But I'm loving it, dude. And then obviously, didn't crack my top 10, but Absolute Superman. We get like Brainiac's, this version of Brainiac's origin. Just probably you know, there's a lot of creepy people in this Absolute universe, but this might be the creepiest dude.
I think so.
Just a total freako sicko, dude. Just totally crazy stuff going on. And then this month, dude, I caught up. You've been hyping it up month after month. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, dude. I caught up. I added it on my poll too, so like that's a double win. My shop's gonna hook me up going forward, dude. I'm back on it. I have to backtrack and get. I think I don't have it physically, like only 2 issues, so that's not too bad. But yeah, shout out of the month, dude. It's going to Jason Aaron, dude. What a guy. Just
let's go.
You know, consistency all across. You know, the indies, doing great stuff over at DC. So yeah, that's my shout out. I think it's time, dude, for the top 10, man.
Time for top 10. All right. Let's see. Top 10. Starting off with 10. We have a book that I loved. I think this book just gets better and better throughout the series, but we're taking everyone down with us.
Nice.
Issue 3. Action-packed spy espionage, evil governments in play. This was just great. We have Annalise and the robot. Their dynamic, I think, is the strongest part about this. Even though I love the different like evil organizations and secret organizations that's going on, but their dynamic is the it's the bread and butter for me. So this was crazy action packed. The art by Landini is amazing, man. I'm loving it. It's great. There's some brutal kills in this too. I think there's a kill in here where the robot like shoved his whole hand into like the enemy's mouth and he just ripped it out. I was like, wait, what?
Oh yeah, dude. Yep.
What is this? Hold on. I got it.
It gets gory. It gets really gory, dude.
It gets gory. Oh my gosh. Crazy stuff. And then the ending was wild. This like explosion here at the end where they blow up the train. And man, I have some theories on this, man. So in this issue where Annalise is like, how do I know how to kill this guy? How do I know that this gun fires this
right?
and that? It's like, okay, so I thought maybe she's a robot. Like I thought maybe the doctor created her. But I'm also thinking maybe not. Maybe like he planted like some type of chip in her that like helps her brain process information, a lot of stuff like that. I'm thinking that, but I'm also thinking that this lady, because this lady knows who Annalise is, but she didn't say
that moment on the screen.
She said Anna at this moment right here. Her name is Pavlinov, I think her name is Miss Pavlinov, and she named her Anna. And I'm just like, what if she's the potential mother? What if
like
I
love this theory crafting, dude. It's kind of like the little Easter eggs that Rosenberg's leaving. Yeah, dude, I agree with you. What a great issue on that one.
I think this was an amazing issue. Like I said, the book just gets better and better, I think, throughout the series. It's great, man. I think this is easily creeping up to be one of my top Image books currently. It's definitely creeping up there for me.
How funny is it too, right? Like that's what gets me, is just like Rosenberg's humor just shines through. It's just so funny. Yeah, dude, great pick there on that one. 100%. Top 10 for me, dude. We're starting off. You mentioned it earlier. I gotta give the nod to Battle Beast, dude.
Yeah.
Just in terms of like how much fun of an issue it was. Like I think the concept is really strong. You got Battle Beast just traveling the galaxy, looking for fights, dude. And then, like you're saying, dude, that Otley artwork.
Otley. Yeah.
With the awesome coloring from Annalisa Leone, I think. I just read on the cover.
Let me see.
But just like, so action-packed. I mean, just the most like insane. I don't know, man. Just so much fun reading it, right? Like as you're flipping through.
Right.
This weird like, oh wait, not that guy. Well, no, is that guy? Yeah, the guy he takes back on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. What's gonna happen to that dude? But yeah, just like what a character, this Battle Beast guy. So I love this. I love where this is going. Can't wait for more Battle Beast, bro. That's got to be my number 10.
It's a great top. That's a great 10.
Like you're saying, bro, just the artwork alone. I mean, the concept and the character is really strong from Robert Kirkman, but just that artwork is so much fun. So that's got to be my top 10. Starting off the list with an image book. We're trying to keep track as we go, dude. So Battle Beast.
Ready. So we can start with number 9 now. So number 9 for me, which is a book that for the first time has actually been in my top 10 of the month since we started. I've been trying to get this book on my top 10 because it's so good and it's a series that like, so I feel like it's very underrated for DC side. Batman and Robin Year One,
Nice.
issue 7. But I love Mark Waid and Chris Samney. I love the creative team. They're just great, man. They just keep killing it. It's and once again, this is a book that I think the home run for me is Dick's and Bruce's dynamic and how Bruce is learning how to be a father figure, learning how to be there for Dick, and also learning that him and Dick, like as much as he sees himself in Dick, him and Dick are not the same.
Right.
So I love that. I think in this issue, let's just admire the art of Chris Samney for a minute. Like, let's just admire his work. He's just great. But yes, we have great action in this, but we also find out that Grimaldi, he's also trying to uncover Batman's secret identity. That is what is going on. Grimaldi is having like this big crime thing in the underworld of Gotham, and he's trying to be on top and all this stuff. But just another great issue, man. I love the art, love the storytelling, and I just love Kid Dick. I love it. He's great. He had like this nice moment here where he's in like the playground and doing like bat flips and stuff.
Right.
It's great, man. I love it. So this is coming in at my number 9. I'm happy to finally get this book in my top 10 because I think it has potential to make my top 10 every month. It really does. I think that's the potential that we're looking at. We're on issue 7. I think this is one of DC's best ongoings and an ongoing that people aren't talking too much about, which is kind of crazy considering that Mark Waid's on the title, Chris Samney's on the title. You would think it would be more buzz, but it needs more buzz, people. So if you're out there, you aren't reading Batman and Robin Year One, you should definitely grab it. It is must read.
That one was on my list, dude. Got squeezed out at the very end.
Squeezed out.
I'm with you, dude. When you talk about the dynamic between Dick and Bruce, it's just so refreshing, right? Because you're reading stuff over in the main line. You don't get to see them interact so much anymore. Like sometimes Nightwing will pop up here and there, but it's almost like in a weird way, it's refreshing showing the old dynamics of them, like learning to be with each other, like you're saying. Batman and Robin Year One, dude. I hope it I know it's solicited for like 12 or something like that. That's a series that could, take place back in the day. Just do like old school stories, man. I think that's so sick.
I think it's sick too.
Like I was saying, yeah, dude, just squeezed out of my top 10, but dude, glad someone's giving it some love. Batman and Robin Year One. Let's talk about some, with number 9 as my pick, let's talk about some Absolute Universe, dude. Starting off with Absolute Wonder Woman, issue number 8, the start of the new story arc. Of course, we got Sherman back on the pencils.
Back on interiors, yes, sir.
Yes, dude. I loved, because like not a ton exactly happened in this one, but I think it's just so cool seeing Sherman back on the interiors. You get like crazy geometric shapes. Sherman's always doing crazy paneling, like just banana stuff. I like this kind of interpretation of Dr. Poison, right? Interesting to see how that kind of dynamic with Diana will kind of go. All the stuff kind of in the woods. I don't know, man. It's just like, it's a great first issue to an arc, I guess. That's kind of like why I want to give it that nod. As much as I really like the last arc with De Luis on the art, it's just nice to be back. Got that original creative team and I'm liking where the series is going, dude. So Absolute Wonder Woman number 8, that's got to be my number 9 pick. And the Absolutes were really strong this month, so that might not be the last one you'll hear from me, dude. So Absolute Wonder Woman.
It's a great pick. I thought also that was a great start to this arc. I really wanted it to be in my top 10, but man, it was tough. It was tough doing these rankings, man. May was an insane month. So coming in at my number 8, we are gonna go, speaking of absolutes, we're gonna go with Absolute Superman.
Nice.
Issue 7, the Brainiac story. I thought this was great. So creepy. I don't know what it is with this Absolute title, but they're doing some really horrific things. Like, first we have the first thing we get, like, I remember we all like saw like the first look at Mr. Freeze and seeing how horrific he looks like and how he looks like a skinwalker from Until Dawn.
Right.
So we got like that going on. Now we have this. Like, they're really going in on this horrific stuff. I don't know if that's a theme they're trying to be consistent with, but it's cool though. I'm a big fan of horror and just grotesque looking things. So this Brainiac story was great. I don't think Rafa Sandoval was on interiors for this one. I forgot who was in interiors for this one.
I think it's the one who was on the last one too.
I think so. Yeah. I see it right here. It's Gio
Domenico.
Yeah. I don't want to butcher that.
Yeah, I'll butcher it for you.
But yeah, no, this was great. I love Brainiac's story. Just to see him climb the ranks and get to the position that he is currently, it's really dope, man. It's really dope. I think this was a great origin story. It's a great issue. I can't wait for issue 8. Issue 8 comes out this week. For those who don't know, that is going to be very interesting. I think I've seen like previews of it. We might be getting Ra's al Ghul in this issue. I think for this new issue.
I think you're right. Yeah,
I think we are, and we're getting more into like the people with the mask and that like dark side looking emblem.
Right.
I forgot the rebellion or whoever they are. Awesome stuff. This issue was great. This is coming in at my number 8.
Yeah, dude. Just, cause I said it was like creepy and stuff like that. Kind of a sad story too, because like his only purpose was like to shovel the bodies into the pit or whatever. Yeah, dude. So I think that's a great pick. It was kind of, for me, it was like between Absolute Wonder Woman or Absolute Superman. Like, I could go back and forth. Like, you ask me tomorrow, I might flip them. But yeah, dude. So that's a great pick. My number 8. We're continuing the Absolute train, dude. It's just how it is, guys. Batman. We're talking Absolute Batman. This did come out last month, right? I didn't mix anything up.
Yeah,
Absolute Batman, number 8. You brought it up. You brought how he's like, looks like a skinwalker from Until Dawn, right? Just absolute creepy stuff. But I'm really just loving the artwork from Martin and Vicente.
Yeah.
It's super sick. Like,
it is.
I mean, you get the knock, dude. So awesome stuff, man.
The panel that got me was I think it was the one where Bruce was like apprehended and he had like these faces around him. I wish I had the book and I can grab it. It was like he was
when he's attacked by those zombies.
I think that, or the one where he was. I think like he was in the chair and like all the stuff was going around. I'm pretty sure it was one of the earlier pages.
And then you see them in the background, like creepy eyes.
Yeah.
Like, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one's insane. When I saw that one, I was like, yeah, that's.
I'm really liking the dynamic between Bruce and his like old friends from Crime Alley. Interesting to see how that's kind of developing. The fact that so many people know that he's Batman from the start, that's kind of, will be interesting to see how that kind of plays out going forward. And then just like some epic like just action from Marcos Martin here. Really cool stuff. I know that technically this is like a spin-off artist, right? I mean, we're gonna get Dragotta back on at some point, but Martin, you can come back on anytime you want, man.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at all.
I agree. I also have a little theory on issue 8 of Absolute Batman, because I know Killer Croc is being experimented on, and everybody's thinking,
he did get at the very end there. Yep.
Everybody's thinking he's gonna be Killer Croc, but just what if?
I know what you're gonna say, dude. I love it. Okay.
What if he becomes our absolute Bane? Just what if?
Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, just what if? You know what I mean? Like, that can be dope. He can revert. You know what I'm saying? Scott Snyder can reverse it. He could just be like, oh, you think he's gonna be Croc? No, he's gonna be Bane. And then I don't know, because Bane's smart. Bane knows Batman, and Waylon Jones and Bruce. They battle, but also Waylon Jones has trained Bruce, and we know that. He trained him in boxing and all this stuff. So it could be dope to have Bane behind the mask, and Batman just wondering like, yo, who is the dude? He knows my moves. He knows how I think and all this. It could be dope to see. I think it could be really dope. So
Yeah, dude,
I'm
because
going with that.
obviously they've laid the found work that obviously Waylon knows that he is Batman. They have that argument in the alley and all that good stuff. So I love that theory, dude. It definitely, in that last page when you see him, he's captured or whatever. I think that's a great theory, dude. I think we kind of nailed it,
Yeah,
especially because
I
he
will.
kind of fits the. I mean, this absolute Bane looks insane, but he kind of fits the
He
body type
does.
of what we've seen of this Waylon or whatever, sort of. At least to
Yeah.
start.
Plus, I mean,
I don't.
if he gets juiced up, then he's gonna be even bigger.
Right.
I think we know. Yeah, he's gonna have those tubes on him. He's gonna get juiced up. So
Yeah,
it
dude.
could be a
I
nice
love that
twist.
theory.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it could be a nice twist to the story. It'll like keep us on our toes a bit.
Right.
Next we're at number seven. Number seven.
Oh,
Next up
yep,
for
yep.
me is Bug Wars by Jason Aaron. It's
Nailed it.
like you said,
That
best
cover.
issue of
Who
the
did that
series.
cover? That's a nice cover.
Jorge Corona did this cover. The
Ooh,
guy who does
nice.
interiors for Transformers. Yeah, I had to grab this cover. It's so sick. But this issue, we get not only do we get more world building, but I think we know more about the amulet, and then
Mm,
we get into the Spider Witch character, and we get to see like who her love interest and like her life, and seeing that I thought was great. I thought it was poetic.
right.
The art by, oh my gosh, Mohammed Asar, I think his name is. Art is amazing as always, but the storytelling and I think the world building is so great. We get a lot of really good panels in here, man. I'm just in love with this image book. It's one of my favorites as of
Such a
now
cool
currently.
concept, dude.
But
So
such
fun,
a cool concept. Get some dope action here.
right?
We see like Slade like punch his jaw off or like punch his face and it's all gluey and stuff. It's just so dope, man. But I'm really loving Bug Wars. Like I said, I think the world building is it's fascinating, man. Like there's just no way we're gonna get 6 issues of this series and it just ends. I just think it's
That'd be a
I think it's a
shame.
waste. I think it'd be
Yeah.
really, really, really shitty because it's like, bro, this is amazing stuff. Like you're telling me we have all these different places in the world, all these different like not cities, but I guess like different
Like
areas.
settlements or what? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like all that stuff. Like it's cool, man. It's so cool. So I don't see, why not expand on this? This is great stuff. So coming at number 7 for me, Jason Aaron's Bug Wars. If you aren't picking it up, I highly suggest it. I know the trade will come out like October-ish, if what I've seen on Comic
Okay.
Geeks. But yeah, definitely is a must read for me, for everybody out there. So Bug Wars at number 7.
Do you think it's probably not the end of that spider, the one that was helping him, the spider witch? I forgot her name, but that can't be the last we see of her, right? I mean, it must be. Okay, right.
I
It
don't think
must be.
so.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
like she's kind of like his guide, I feel like.
Right.
So yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Unless
Okay.
like Jason Aaron tears our hearts and does something crazy in the next issue. Like I don't
Right.
know. Maybe it's like an epic battle and she dies in battle. I don't know. But so far, no, I don't think she's going anywhere. I think she's literally his guide and he's just, figuring out his identity and what's going on in his life currently with this whole bug wars. Well, not bug wars, but just the world of the bugs.
Yeah, dude. That's like one that I anticipate every single time. Although this week or this time it didn't crack my top 10. I'm so glad you're giving it some love, dude. And that's another image book, dude. Put them down,
Another
guys.
one.
Nothing but
Yeah.
image DC so far, guys. Like listen.
Yeah. Nothing but that, man.
Oh, man. Okay. And then, to keep the image train going, number 7 pick, we're going Assorted Christ Events, number 3. So every single issue has been like a different way to tell a story through comic books, like kind of bending what you can do with a comic book.
I
And
agree.
this one, just the reflective nature, and he's telling the story of these two different Earths, and they converge into one set of Earthlings are considered Hearthlings. They're called. He calls them. They're from Hearth 1, Hearth 2,
Earth 2.
and then the Hearthlings that go into the new universe, like their world burns down. They jump universes. Now they're treated as like immigrants, right? So it's obviously kind of reflecting what's going on. Like I don't know, turn on the news, guys. Like turn on the news for like 10 seconds. You'll see like all this craziness going on, immigration crackdowns, everything. So yeah, it's kind of like asking the question, like, reader, are you Hearth 1 or are you Hearth 2? Like are you gonna be on the side of good, or are you gonna look at them as the others and kind of demonize them and kick them out? And the very last panel, just like a crazy artistic, like we could never be like them, and it's like, guys, you are literally the same down to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, just a really crazy reading experience again. Dennis Camp is just really wilding out with this series, man. Like he's just going like balls out, just doing the crazy stuff he can do. Zawadzki's artwork continues to impress. Belair on the colors, Hatsman Alehu on the lettering. It's just an all-star creative team. Gotta be picking up, man. And every single issue is a new story, brand new story. So as a fan of anthologies, this one has quickly like, this is probably the anthology. Like if I drop all the other ones or whatever, this is the one that's probably gonna stay on my list. You know what I'm saying, for a long time. So a Sword Christ events, some great timey-wimey, universe hopping, sci-fi goodness, but makes you question what the heck's going on in our own world, man. So great comic book, man. Assorted Christ events.
Great book. I thought that issue was also great. I might not have been as high on it as the other issues. I think I still love issue 2 the most. But issue 3 was great. Wish I could have had it in my top 10. Unfortunately, it was great, just not as great, I think, as issue 2 was. I think it was a step down just a little bit from issue 2, but still was great stuff. Like you said, I agree with all your points. I think it's as far as anthologies go, it's the best anthology on stands. I know there's probably not many of those on stands, but I think it's easily the best because it tackles so many different themes through each issue. It's different themes of each issue and different messages he's trying to get across in these issues as well. So it's great stuff, man. Denise Camp, I think me and you've confirmed it before. He's the best writer currently. I still strongly agree with that because these titles that he's on, they're all hitting. It's not a miss from him. So I'm excited for his future, man. I really am. But now we're at number 6.
Almost halfway there.
Outside the top 5. This is a book that I love. Even though it took so long for it to come out, I don't know why, but it's okay. I forgive him. But this is just an amazing book for me. So Gromit's issue 7, the last issue of this series. Rick Remender absolutely killed it. I love this book, man. I really do. I'm also loved. We went from like, you know, it's sunny, it's the 80s, they're skateboarding, they're hitting up food courts, hooking up with girls, and then like it gets so serious when you get to like issue 4, I believe is the issue where things just take a whole 180, flips right on your head. It gets serious, you get introduced to like these jocks, and these jocks are pulling shotguns in these kids' faces and like ambushing parties. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
That's when I'm waiting for a trade.
You ran for trade? Yeah, great. The trade is I think the trade comes out this month, actually. I can definitely recheck that for you, but I'm pretty sure it's this month where the trade comes back. But this issue was great. I love the art, man. It really is such a great 80s aesthetic type art. I love it's so sick. I love this book. This issue focused on the kid. I'm already blanking on his name, but they had like that big altercation with the jocks in the last issue, and now we get like the aftermath of that with him and his best friend. He's moving again, the kid. He's moving, but he does get to finally get that kiss with the girl that he really, really loves, or that he really likes. So that was a big W. I was like, I hope they kiss before he leaves, and they did. And they're also gonna stay in touch and stuff. But another great thing I loved was him and his best friend, the best friend he made in this town while he was there short-lived. They actually moved to Phoenix together, which is also great. Because the whole bummer thing was like, oh, like the kid found out his dad has to move again because of work, and I feel sorry for the kid, man, because he can't stay in one place. His dad is always like, oh, we have to move, work this, work that, and he was getting so accustomed to this new town and city, and once again he has to leave friends that he just made. He has to leave a girl that he just liked. It's tough, man, but I do love the fact that how his best friend was able to move with him, because his parents also was like, yeah, he has to move, he's in too much trouble, let's move him, and he got to move with his uncle, and now they get to share that together, which is really dope. It's this panel here, let me see if I can find it, but they go on another skateboarding journey. These two, they end up going on this ramp thing. It's cool, man. It's such a vibe. I love this book. I think it's genuinely perfect. I don't have much complaints with this book at all, just as a whole. It's a great 7-issue series. Rick Remender again.
Rick Remender, yeah.
I think his indie stuff, man. I have yet to read like a bad Rick Remender book. I swear. I think everything I've read from him has just been gold. I've read Napalm Lullaby, which is still going on. Gromit's, like he just finished up. 7 to Eternity, which I think is my favorite of his so far. I haven't read Deadly Class yet. I just know that's gonna be
Deadly Class is so good, dude.
I know that's gonna be gas. I have to read that, and I have to read Black Science, which I've also heard is really freaking great. Okay, yeah,
dude, so
those are the two I have to read from him.
No joke, dude. Like Deadly Class is so good. Like when you read it, it's literally gonna be your favorite comic. Just knowing like kind of what you like and what you like reading. Deadly Class is gonna be like your number one, dude. So
Yeah, I
Listen,
think so.
Rick Remender on top, guys. Grommets with the shout out, especially after that huge delay, like you were saying. I wasn't even. That's kind of why I kind of stayed away from the series. I'm like, I don't even know what the heck's going on in terms of the single issue, so I'll just wait for it to come out on a trade. Super hyped up. Everyone who's been reading it's been loving it. So Grommets, guys,
Yeah,
that's a huge shout. Yeah, yeah.
it is. And another Image book on top of that. It's another Image
Yep.
book,
Okay.
guys. I'm sorry, but
Oh
Image
dang.
was dominating. They're dominating my top 10. And it won't be the last Image book you'll see. I'm just gonna say
I
that.
listen. Keeping the train going with my sixth pick. Also, dude, someone commented that like I look like the guy on the cover. It's so fucked, dude. It's
Actually
so
pretty
fucked
funny.
up.
That's
It's so
actually
fucked, dude. I was like,
that's
are
crazy.
you joking me, dude? Anyways, I
Man.
don't know. I don't know if Turtolucci's using me as like a model or some shit for the covers, but yeah, dude, you'll do bad
funny.
things. Oh my god, it's so good. So
Yeah,
we're
it
finding out.
is.
Actually, you know what? We're not even like really finding out like really what's going on, unless kind of the twist. And I don't know if this is kind of where he's going. Is he actually like literally the one murdering? You know what I'm
Murdering
saying? Like
him. Yeah.
could be like blacking out or something, not remembering it, but then he writes it down in the book that night. It turns out that that's, you know, that murder had happened and he was responsible. So I'm not sure if that's kind of the twist that they're going towards, but just some great slasher, like just the chase scenes, right? Like this killer is just such a nut job, dude. If you're into slasher horror, this is like the perfect book for you. So moody, right? Like everything's like kind of dark, and the way that Turtolucci's doing his art, everything's kind of like skewed and like viewed at like an off angle, very cinematic, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in love with this, man, especially the colors that he's using too. Like not a lot of comic books are using kind of expressive coloring like this,
Yeah.
kind of like abstract in the way that it's colored. And yeah, man, I'm just having a great time with it. Perfect for those that like crime. I'm a huge fan of crime stuff, and yeah, dude, just you gotta be picking up You'll Do Bad Things. I think it's another Image series that's from Tyler Boss. I haven't read too many Tyler Boss things, but he's got a couple series under his belt that I really enjoy. Usually working with Matthew Rosenberg, but it is cool seeing Tyler Boss kind of doing his own thing, doing a new genre, kind of like crime. I think he's got a knack for it, dude. You'll Do Bad
he's
Things,
going-
number 3.
And a slasher. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love that.
and I don't
Love
know if
slashers.
this one is gonna be like maybe 6 total or something like that. I'm not sure. It's like a little mini, but
Yeah.
just a great crime series when it's all wrapped up. I think it's gonna be a favorite for a lot of crime fans for sure.
I
So that's
agree.
gotta be my number 6 pick, dude. Just keeps getting
That's a
better and
great
better.
pick. Yeah, it does. It does. I also really love that issue. That issue was great. All right. Now cracking the top 5 at 5. We'll be going with The Moon is Following Us, issue
Nice.
9. The issue that broke me the most in this series because of a certain death. This is the issue that broke me. This was another action-packed issue. Duncan and his wife are still trying to retrieve their daughter, Penny. But they go against a bunch of these
Love
like
the art, dude. So sick.
grotesque and disturbing looking beings, and it's dope, man. It's really dope. We have the Nightmares who also join them as well, like this guy here with the sword. I'm blanking on his name, but yeah, the art is so Riley Rossmo has really grown on me. I was never
Okay.
like a big fan of his art. I just thought it was okay, but I think the series that like had me appreciate it more was he did The Sandman, which was last year. I'm pretty sure it was the 6-issue mini that he did with Sandman, and I was like, okay, maybe his art is actually pretty good. Like at first I was like, I mean, it's still definitely a acquired taste. Not everybody's gonna like his art because art is subjective, but this issue, man, great action, very emotional, impactful moments.
Gotcha.
But
Yep.
this moment here, this panel where Duncan goes in and saves his wife and kids. This was also really good, but the moment that broke me was when he died. Absolutely, it was insane. This panel here where he's like cracking, you can see it. You can see him like crackling down, and he just passes away. And now it's up to the mother and the daughter as they're just laying there, sad, holding each other. This is I think this is probably the most sad issue of this series. Between that and the one where Brio dies, Daniel Warren Johnson killing it. Of course, he's also one of those writers who you gotta definitely. He's one of the best current writers, I would say, as well. Because obviously with this and Transformers that he's just been killing it on, he's just been doing it, man. Daniel Warren Johnson's just a great writer. Just knows what to do, knows how to pull at your heartstrings.
Yeah, great pick, dude. I think it's interesting too because Daniel Warren Johnson's kind of exploring like all the different aspects of being a parent, right? Like all the different themes that we talked about before, like passing on trauma and the cycle of abuse and all that stuff, and then maybe going into like solo parenting sort of, right? Like, and how maybe tough that is and stuff like that. So really interesting stuff. Like you're saying, pulling on your heartstrings, dude. Daniel Warren Johnson with another banger series, man. So that's one that one more left, right? It ends at 10.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it does in that 10.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be a big finale there, dude. With Moon is Following Us, number 10. Another Image book, dude. Not to like, keep annoying everybody, but something to keep track of, guys. Listen.
Yeah, it's something to keep track of because they killed it this month. It was a ridiculous
And
Image month.
100%, and they're not stopping, dude. My number 5 pick, we're taking everyone down with us.
Oh,
Kai already gave it a ton of flowers, dude. Well deserved. I was just commenting on how funny it is. We brought up the different, maybe possible theories. Brought up the dynamic between, Annalise, and it seems like she's not really kind of gleaning the fact that is like her dad's, like that's her dad, like in the robot to me, right? Like not necessarily like a copy. Like it seems like he directly transferred his brain or whatever into the robot.
Yeah, they show that in the first page.
Right. So yeah, right. Like like what's going on there? It seems like it's a brain transfer, not like a upload like a copy of me into you. Like it seems like this robot is the dad. You get these great. I mean, Matthew Rosenberg likes writing scenes like this. If you've read Four Kids Walk Into a Bank, just like a way to get dialogue across, and it gives Matthew Rosenberg like extra speech bubbles to be a little funny, like the little back and forth between. Just such an awesome protagonist character too in Annalise. Just such a badass.
He is.
Yeah, man. I'm just loving this world. Spy thriller. It's great, man. It's super sick. So
it is.
You got to be picking it up. One that, once this series ends, dude, I could see them doing different spin-off spy stuff, man, until the end of time, bro. I'm super in for it. Excellent stuff, man. Because you realize there's not a lot of like spy stuff. You know what I mean? Like
true. There's not
like a true spy series. Yeah. So I've been loving that one, man. My number 5 pick, and you had it at number 10. So yeah.
I had it at 10. Yeah. No. Go to number 4. This had to be on my list. It's one of the. It's still tough trying to like rank Ghost Machine, but Geiger is 14 at my number 4. Tariq Geiger versus Ash Arden. We get a glimpse of them fighting, but the main, I guess, like focus or the main debacle, I would say, was definitely Geiger finding out about Ash Arden's plan and how she was using him to fuse up that atomic bomb to bomb the city and all this crazy stuff. But we get some really emotional, impactful moments though from Ash Arden. But the action, of course, is just great. Geiger, Junkyard Joe, also being in the mix of this, we get to handle some of his character. Which I thought was great. I loved how him and Barney were side by side together and just going crazy, man. Just doing crazy stuff. We get this crazy panel here with Ash Arden and Tariq Geiger clashing. Really cool stuff.
So sick, dude. The art's so good.
It's really good. Gary Frank on the art. So yeah, Gary Frank, great stuff, man. But yeah, Ash Arden, man. This issue was just insane. I can't wait for issue 15. I'm pretty sure issue 15 is going to be like the actual showdown between them two, where they're really going to be butting heads. But great stuff, man. I have no complaints. It just keeps getting better and better. I love this panel sick, here. Dude. It's so sick. But Geiger, yeah, has to be in my list because it's that good. It really is that good. Like I said, I still contemplate on what's the best. I'm still on Rook, but Geiger's making it really, really, really hard for me, especially since like it is ongoing. It's currently still putting out issues where Rook is on like a break. But when Rook comes back, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be really, really wild. Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's number 4.
Love the Geiger pick. So Geiger's another series that I was trying to catch up over the weekend, but my library app is missing issue number. It was driving me nuts, dude. It's mission number 13. It's got 10, 11, 12. Missing 13, and it has 14. Or yeah, exactly. It's missing 13, so I can't catch up and read, 14 or whatever. But going forward, it's on my pull list, guys. We're back on the Geiger train. Kai's been hyping it up month after month, dude. And I've been slowly trying to catch up as it's releasing with my library. We just got to add it to the poll, guys. That's what you got to do when a series is so good. You got to support it, especially because at this point, I don't have any Ghost Machine on my pull. I read, try to read through library. Maybe I'll try doing like trades and stuff like that. But Geiger, gotta at least get one of the ghost machines on your pull, and
I agree.
Geiger's the one to do it, man. I love Geiger. So great pick there. My library needs to update that shit, man. Come on, man. It's such bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
We're in the top 4. Number 4, Kai
Yeah.
brought it up before. It was I think it was one of his shout outs. We're going Absolute Flash, issue number 3. Like you were saying, dude, I think this is the best issue of the series so far. And I've been high on this series a little bit more so than others. Just this character is like, I really feel for this Wally. Like, I guess I don't know if I relate to him. I mean, I never got superpowers and dragged Barry across the desert, like ripping all his molecules apart. But
Yeah.
just like, speaking of horrific, like Absolute Universe horrific stuff, I mean, just what a crazy way to die, dude.
Yeah.
And
I also
yeah,
have
just
a theory on that as well. But
okay.
I'm gonna save that for
Okay, gotcha. Like you were saying, dude, just this Gorilla Grodd, or this Grodd, this new interpretation of Grodd is so sick. They get the point where they touch fingers, they share emotions, they really get like a deep understanding, each other's like origins. I don't know, man. I'm just loving what's going on here. In terms of like what's happened in the story, I mean, nothing really. It's just Wally running into a cave. The rogues are chasing him. He meets up with Grodd. And gets out. I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but I'm just loving where the series is going. A lot of promise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels like it's charging up, and it's really gonna start taking off. Absolute Flash number 3, man. Lemire, love Jeff Lemire, guys.
Jeff Lemire.
And then Robles, dude, killer interiors, man, especially those action scenes. So that, to me, that's my number 4 pick, dude. But I gotta hear
Great
this
number
theory,
4 pick.
bro.
Yeah. So that panel you showed about Barry being like pretty much like burnt to a crisp.
Right?
I think he's going to be Black Flash.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
what I think. I think he's gonna be Black Flash. That it could be interesting. I would love to see that play out. But when I
So like
saw
a
that,
villain, like a villain version of. Okay.
yeah, because Black Flash is like pretty sure he's like what is he, like the Flash of Death? Not the Flash of Death, but like he's like a death racer or whatever the case may be. Like he'll
Gotcha.
if you touch him, you pretty much die. Like that's like that power that Black Flash possesses. He's pretty much death, I guess, in
Gotcha.
retrospect. But I think they might do a Black Flash route with him, which could, like I said, could be interesting because it's pretty much like it's pretty much a burnt corpse in a Black
Right.
Flash suit. I'm not sure if it has like a conscience or any of that, but it would be dope to give it a conscience. Like maybe Barry is self-aware of maybe the power he
Right.
possesses or whatever the
To
case may be.
show it
But
again. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
that looks very Black Flash X. So I'm like, yeah, I
Gotcha.
think he's gonna be Black Flash. So that's that. It's just that. Ain't nothing too crazy. But that's just my little theory that I think that's who he might be in the future.
I like it. I was kind of thinking, maybe like because I didn't know if Black Flash is a character beforehand, so this is news to me, dude. So that definitely seems a little likely. I was kind of thinking just like one of the Reverse Flashes. You know what I mean? Kind of flip it on its head, like, you know, he's the kind of like how, you know, we've seen them. Heroes are now villains and villains are now heroes, like all throughout the Absolute Universe. So maybe something like that. But Black Flash is pretty cool. I have to look up more about that character, dude.
And they also name dropped Dawn in that issue.
Yeah,
If
true.
you
That was like
peep.
such a like blink and you miss it. It was like a one panel. Like they just call one of the dudes Dawn. So
Dawn, yeah.
so yeah, maybe Barry won't be the Reverse Flash. Maybe that weird I don't even think it showed his face. It literally just said like, Dawn, what do you think?
Mhm.
Dawn says something or whatever. Some guy with like a ponytail. So
Yep. But yeah, it could
All
be
right.
interesting, man. I'm hyped to see where it goes. I'm really hyped. I'm really hyped to see where it goes. All right, we're at the top 3.
top
Back in the
3,
top
dude.
3. This is probably my favorite issue of this month. I even though it's probably
Okay.
I wouldn't say it's the best. It's close to being the best, but I think it's my favorite one because I love this creator. But Exquisite Corpses
Nailed it.
issue 1. I think it's the best issue 1 of the year, actually. I love this premise. I know the premise has been done before. The whole purge meets kind of like Fortnite and like Hunger Games, that type of
Right.
premise. But this was great. What a great way to set up the world, set up the characters, set up the motives by these crazy rich people. I think they do this every 5 years, and I guess whoever goes on top has like control of the country, whatever the case may be. But Great stuff. But the thing I would love to highlight is Michael Walsh on the art.
Oh
I thought
yeah,
his art
yep.
was really, really good. But it's cool getting to meet like these different characters. We got like Rascal Randy. I think this guy is the congregation. It's such the way we're introed were just it was so dope. But Michael Walsh really does bring it to light. We have a gamer kid here who I think is really cool. Who else we got in here? Layla Blaze and Slater. Like I said, I just think the art is definitely
Yep.
very, very strong. But it's also just a great premise and definitely up my alley. I love action, and I'm also a pretty big Hunger Games guy. I really like the movies and stuff. But I'm a sucker for like a battle royale type of thing. And then we know what Tiny and he's gonna make it dark. It's gonna get bloody. It's gonna get
Right.
crazy. I can't wait to see what he does with this like unique twist because on this cover we have the Fox Mask killer, but that killer is not even like the main character. The main character is the lone gunman of who we get introduced
Right.
to. This guy here, this dude. I also did like a bracket, like put who I think is gonna like win, or just like
Mm-hmm.
pretty much that. But like I picked a underrated person. I think I'm rooting for Pretty Boy. That's who I'm rooting for.
Nice.
Even though I do think like somebody like Lone Gunman or then he probably will win, but like
Mm.
I'm just giving my personal root for. But this was a great issue. Like I said, definitely the best number one I think I've read. Because it's just great. This was
So
64
sick, dude.
pages. This was a big one, and I think it was great that they did start off with 64 pages, honestly, because it set up so much. And I can't wait for issue two. I know issue two is going to go back to the normal page with it's like 32 pages, I'm sure.
Okay.
Uh, but yeah, great issue one, phenomenal. No complaints, none of that. It's just great.
Yeah, dude, I'm with you. Issue one of the year so far. I mean, it's got to be. It's a great shout out. You brought up Michael Walsh's art. Excellent stuff there. Another Tinian banger, dude. Just adding another one to his belt or whatever. So yeah, dude. I think that's a great number three pick. Me, number three, we're going with Daredevil Cold Day in Hell, dude. Breaking the streak. The
That
first
that is
non-DC, non-image book on the list. You know, this one was so good though, guys. Charles Soule, Steve McNiven, Dean White on the coloring. It's just such a badass concept, dude. Daredevil getting back to it. I like the kind of edge that his powers are fading like quickly. Like he's got to do what he's got to do. He's got like 2 days to do it or whatever.
yeah.
Just like I don't know, just seeing Daredevil on like a wire, bro. Like old man Daredevil, he's like, listen up, like hear like a kid again or whatever. Yeah, man, just excellent artwork throughout too. Just so well detailed with Steve McNiven stuff. This is my first time like reading a Steve McNiven thing. I think I'm not sure if I've run into this artist before, but just some excellent panels, bro. Like, am I showing that?
Yeah, I agree.
Just Daredevil, like looking for he's looking for the girl. This kind of mystery with Captain America. Excellent fight scenes, like double page fight scenes. Elektra getting introduced in the mix, dude. Why is Elektra still so young? Shouldn't she be old as hell, dude? So kind of mystery going on there. Yeah, dude. Daredevil Cold Day in Hell. I'm just so impressed. 3-issue mini, dude. I'm actually kind of sad about that. Only 3, but
Yeah.
another kind of thicker issues. I'm not sure how it compares to like a regular single issue. Maybe it's the same size. I'm not even sure, but it feels thicker. I don't know, but
It is. No,
Daredevil
it
Cold Day
is.
in Hell, man.
It's more pages. I'm pretty sure
It's
it's
gotta
like
be right. Okay.
it's like 40 pages or something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
it's up there. It's pretty up there.
But yeah, just a Daredevil series for the ages, man. Really impressed by it. Gotta be picking it up, dude. Or trade weight it, guys, and that's gonna be a badass trade when it all
Or
comes
yeah,
out.
or trade weighted because 3 issues is a disappointment, man. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want like
I know, dude.
they could have did at least 4, maybe 6. Honestly, if they really wanted to do, they could have
Right.
did 6. Honestly, they really could have. But great, that's a great issue. I did love that issue actually. That was a really good one. That was great.
Only, well, I don't know only for the rest of the list, but the single Marvel book on the list so far.
Yeah, it is. Marvel had a pretty good month. It was I don't know, man. Nothing like opened my eye like that. I guess. I mean, Daredevil was
Right.
like the closest thing. There's another book that I'll get to later on, but coming in at number 2, we're gonna go with Absolute Martian Manhunter,
Love it,
issue
dude.
3. Denise Camp once again, the second time being mentioned in this list. Um, I think this is the best issue of the series so far. There was a lot. to unpack. I mean, I still love the buddy cop but dynamic thing with him and the Martian. I know some people were wondering like, oh, like are him and the Martian gonna fuse or any of that? I don't really mind if they fuse, but I think I love Martian being like honestly he's kind of like a genie. That's how I picture it. He's kind of like a
Yeah,
genie, kind
yeah.
of like how like Aladdin and had his genie with him and stuff like that. But I love it that way. Like he's with him, but everybody else around doesn't know that he's there.
Right.
It's a very mysterious thing going on. But we can talk about the art of freaking Javier Rodrigo. Just from the opening page, it's
Yeah.
wild, so crazy,
That might be the
so
best
trippy, so
opening
good.
page of a issue this year or something like that. You know what I mean? Like just
Yeah, yeah, I think so. And it's dope, man. I know we get to see like like this panel here where we get like all these different colors, but I think these were portraying like the different feelings from different people and how he was like
right.
tingling them and all that stuff. It's dope. This is so dope. This is definitely up my alley. Then we get this white Martian panel right here where he's like infiltrating the world, like mind, I guess you would say like brainwashing people, having people do things they normally wouldn't do, all this stuff. It's great. And then Martian Vision, it's so dope. It's just great. This is just a great book. It's quickly becoming like top three for Absolute, honestly. And I know it's only three issues, but these three issues are hitting very, very hard. Like the art, I can't get over the art. I can't. I know it's like the highlight, but Denise Camp is really cooking up something, man. And we get it also introduced to a new character. This woman here, this mysterious woman in white. She has like
Mm.
the white fire, I think, around him, whatever. And I think, and I honestly, I think she might know the Martian. She said something in here that caught my eye, and I'm just like, oh, I wonder what's that about? Like, did they, uh, connect before? Do they know each other? So it raises some really good questions, man. And I can't wait to see what goes on next. I know we end the issue off with like one of the just like a civilian dying and stuff like that, and how much that's
Right.
how it might affect John Jones and then the Martian. But this is just another banger issue. I don't I don't know, man. We're looking at a top three absolute book, in my opinion. I think we're looking at a top three, ladies and gentlemen. So far, I've given nothing but 5 stars for these first three issues. So
Right.
I don't know. Denise Camp is yet again cooking.
You guys know I love when this happens, bro. My number two pick. I'm right
Let's
there with
go.
you. Absolute Martian
Let's go.
Manhunter. It's been a while since we had one actually line up like that, but dude, just take my breath away, dude, with this issue. It's
Right,
so good.
right.
Not to like reiterate everything you were saying with Javier Rodriguez's art, especially, just some of the most beautiful, mind-bending stuff. Especially, I don't know about you, but since I showed you, or like I really looked up that picture showing Javier Rodriguez's process, that's made me
Yeah.
have like a deeper appreciation for like what he's doing here. Like if he plans it out like to that level, and then just in like a super meta way, I kind of like got something from issue number one when Dennis Camp's asking us to put on Martian Vision in like a weird meta way, like us reading the comic, and to your point, no one else in the issue can see the Martian stuff, but the fact
Right.
that we can as the reader, it's like we have Martian Vision like in a weird meta way, and you hold the light up and it's, oh, I get it. Now for the rest of the series, we can see what John Jones is seeing. So like in a weird comic book meta way, but then also just like showing emotions and kind of like the frantic nature of escaping a building on fire, and really interesting. It's not necessarily like a villain you can combat. It's like
Right.
it's like you're saying, he's taking over everybody's minds and making them burn people to death, or
Yeah.
set buildings on fire and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
just
We know his
like right here,
motive.
just showing like people, and what am I pointing to right here, just showing like memories and stuff kind of fading away.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, just really beautiful stuff, just expressing things in a comic book in a way that I've never seen expressed, I guess, if that makes
Yeah.
any sense.
That makes a lot of
But
sense, actually. Yeah.
just
It's a lot of dope
just
things, man.
yeah, dude, I'm with you, bro. 5 out of like 5 stars, like every single. I'll have to go back. I don't know if I've necessarily given every single one 5 stars, like on League of Comic Geeks or whatever, but I gotta go back and probably change them, dude, because every single one makes me have like a deeper appreciation for the last. And
Yeah.
12 issues only, guys. There's no way, bro. This has to go on forever, bro. Are you
Yeah,
kidding
this
me?
has to. Yeah, this has to. Everybody who's watching, pick up this book as much as you can. Okay, we need those sales to be through the roof because I need more than 12. I gotta be honest. I need more than 12.
Because you brought it up, bro. The fact that this might be a top three absolute, I'm thinking now. I'm like, this might be
Mm.
like this might be the one. Like
The
it's the
one,
most Cody one. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily one that I would recommend. Like most people, just go pick up Absolute Batman or something, you'll be fine. But this is
right?
like the one that's kind of doing the most crazy stuff in all the Absolute. So I've just been
Yeah,
loving
I
it, man.
think
So
I think it's the most creative. I also liked how they pretty much kind of give us like the White Martian's motive. They was pretty much saying how the White Martian, he's trying to like destroy your home, but your home in a
uh,
sense where like your safe space, or
right, like your
he's
sense
that's
of
what he's
safety
doing.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
I like that actually. I really like that because I think when you take it from a, I guess, a surface level, you just like, oh, like he just wants to take people's homes and just like have them homeless or something. But no, it's more than
right.
that. He's really trying to disrupt everything in your life and like
Mm.
your privacy, your this, your that. It's dope, man. It's really freaking dope. So like I said, man, I think, yeah. Like I said before, top three, absolute, man. Top three. It could definitely it has number one potential, though. I'm not gonna, because I
Right.
do think this book, as far as like what's up my alley, I know I'm like a big action guy, but I'm also like down for weird and trippy stuff. So this might be
Right.
like the book that's probably more up my alley than any of the others. But it's
Gotcha.
taken so many creative swings, and I'm loving it. It's great. It's great.
Love it,
All
dude.
right.
So yeah, and another one that we line up on, dude. So number two, nice pick there. So yeah, right on, dude.
Nice pick. Nice pick. Now we're on the
Runner
honorable
ups.
mentions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Honorable
honorable
mention
mentions.
runner ups.
One Marvel, one DC, and one Image. The
Okay,
Marvel one
I
that
did
I
the same
have.
thing too. So gotcha.
Did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Great, great, great. So for Marvel, I have the Ultimates, issue 12.
Nice.
Uh, Once again, Denise Camp. It's the third time he's mentioned, but genuinely, this issue I think was great. This was a fire. I think this was a fire way to end this arc. Honestly, I love the conflict between the Ultimates, and but also, honestly, this issue turned out different than I thought, man. Because obviously, like, yeah, they're arguing, they're getting into a very heated debacle, a heated debate, and you hear Tony Stark like, you know what, Doom, you might be right, and it's just like, wait, really, like, really?
Right.
But when you do think about it, I do think Doom is actually right. I do think the team could definitely take more extreme measures. I know it's tricky, very tricky, of course, like dealing with time and stuff is very tricky in itself. But I'm glad that Doom was able to like fill them in and not leave them in the dark so much. Even though I know we're 12 issues in, he definitely could have told them this sooner, because we all know Doom. He has his plans.
Right.
He has his ulterior motives. He has his own things that he's doing. It was nice for him to let him in, well, let the team in on what he's trying to accomplish, and them agreeing with it is actually something that I was really genuinely surprised by. But I do think he's right. They can do more. They can be more of a team for sure. So I love this, and I also love this cover by Sanford Green.
I was
This
gonna
cover
say the
was,
Sanford Green cover.
yeah,
Yep, yep.
Sanford Green cover is fire. And then a book that was really close to making my top 10. I actually like this issue more than I love the first issue. But Resurrection Man, issue 2, yeah, this felt more grounded. I mean, we getting to know more about him, and him having like these human emotions and him connecting with a human. This was really like heartwarming stuff. This was great stuff. The art was amazing as well. But the way this was written by Ron V, this was just amazing. I think this is better than the first issue, in my opinion. I think this was more touching. It felt even just more relatable, I guess you could say. I mean, I know we're not like gods or anything, but that's what Resurrection Man is. But him wanting human connection, I think was really dope, and a nice change of pace for this book. So this was amazing. This was really really good. I'm bummed out I left it out my top 10 because it definitely had the potential. I was really close to doing it. And then my
I'm
last
glad you're
one.
like.
Yeah, yeah. And my last one is the Power Fantasy. Um, Kieran Gillen, Casper Wingard. We all know this is the creative team. They're doing amazing things. I still deem this as definitely a top five Image book for me, and it's probably not five. I love this issue. Bummed out I couldn't put it in my top 10. This book is. Usually it is.
You
But this
guys
was still a
know.
great
Yep.
issue. Yeah, right. Like this is still a great issue. Don't take anything further. I had to obviously put it in my honorable mentions because it deserves it. This was a great issue though. I think we get more into we get actually the identity of Jackie Magus. We actually find out Jackie Magus isn't Jackie Magus. He's actually Dev, which I think is Jackie Magus's brother, I'm sure. Um, Crazy stuff. What a
Yeah,
crazy, yeah, it's a crazy twist. I know we get more of like Eliza Hellbound, and we get more of Valentina, we get more of Etienne. We get a lot of stuff, man. But Casper Wingard's art is so good. I think people should talk more about Casper Wingard as an artist. I think
right.
he's up there currently. I know he's only on probably on like this is the only title he's doing, but art wise, like he's top 10, and I don't think he's 10 either. I think he can really
Right.
make an argument for top 5, honestly. But Casper Wingard is doing amazing things on the series, and of course, Kieran Gillen with his nuanced storytelling, I think is great. So those are my honorable mentions.
Yeah, dude. So this is insane, bro. I don't know what's in the water this month or something, but my runner-ups literally match
No
yours,
way.
dude, to a T, bro. I'm
That's
not even joking. That's like insane. That's like crazy. The fact that you did one from Marvel, DC, and the Indies too. I was like, oh. And then as you were going, I was like, no way. And then I was like, he hasn't brought up Power Fantasy yet. I was like, no way. We're gonna go 3 for 3 the same. And then you said Power Fantasy anyways.
that's insane.
That's so funny, dude.
So funny.
Yeah. So like, I don't know what else to add. I mean, you said you wrapped everything up so beautifully. The one thing I'll say about Absolute or the Ultimates 12, crazy that this is like just a talky issue, and we ended up loving it as much as we did, right?
Right.
And that just goes to, yeah, dude. It just speaks to Dennis Camp's the way the dynamics that are going on, all these cool characters. His characterizations are really great. He's nailing it so far. So that's the one thing I'll say about this. I just think it's so crazy that we both rated it so high. A lot of people might rate it super low because there's no action or whatever, but
Right.
we loved it. You brought up all the different human emotion stuff in this. I'm super happy. Although it didn't make your top 10, didn't make mine either, but the fact that you're loving this series as much as you are, I just love that, dude, because I think you like the kind of ethereal, like, human connection type of stuff. And yeah, just this artwork, dude, from Anand RK. I mean, it's just insane. Yeah,
it's
like
really freaking good.
just some beautiful stuff, like the watercolor painted sort of style. I don't know too much. The one thing I'm a little bit confused of is the villain in the story, like the guy with like the skull head in the jar.
The skull head. Yeah, me too.
I guess it's kind of like throughout all time, like he's just been slowly like getting more and more powerful or something like that. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But yeah, just a great look at like an origin for this Resurrection Man, his like first love or whatever. And then Power Fantasy, bro, so good, dude.
So
We
good.
brought up everything, the crazy twists. We find out that it's Dev. That last page is so crazy. All the different dynamics with Etienne and Valentina, like you were saying. Just the beautiful artwork, man. It's like stunning. Like, it's no joke. It is stunning. It's on like another level, guys. Like, you read something and it's got beautiful artwork, but this is like a next level type stuff.
I agree.
Especially too, Casper Wingard's doing the coloring, right? So I always appreciate that, man. So Power Fantasy, top 5 image book, and not top 5, like Kai said.
Top 5.
It's got to be up there. So that's
All
so
right,
funny, dude.
yeah, that's funny. The fact that's our first time actually where it all matched up perfectly. That's actually
Because
great.
it was number 2 picks and then the runners up too. So
The main event is number 1 book for the month of May.
I'm trying to think. I think I have an idea.
You think so? Do you think you have an idea?
Should I guess before maybe? Because I'm
You
thinking
can guess. You can
you
guess.
might be doing Ultimate Spider-Man. That'd probably be my guess.
Okay.
That's my guess. So.
That's your guess. Ultimate Spider-Man. Okay. Well, I will say you are wrong.
Oh, okay, nice.
It is Transformers issue
Nice.
20.
Okay.
This is the best issue we've gotten in a while, in my opinion. This was
I would agree
like,
with that.
I think this is like, I've discussed this with my boys in Discord, but I think this is the top 5 Transformers issue. I really think it was that good because we get to see not only is my boy Megatron back, but showcasing
back.
his dominance, his twisted evil nature. I love seeing that. Because like he was just letting the Decepticon pretty much beat him up for a little bit, and then he just decides to take him serious and starts putting it down on him, and I'm just like, bro. And then the lines he had in this,
Hard.
hold on, I gotta
Dropping
find
bars,
it.
dude.
Gotta find it. he said something so crazy in this. It was okay. He goes, my turn in this panel here, where he just cracks him up, just starts beating him up. He goes, you are weak, Astro Train, weak and naive. Naive to think there is justice in this life, but there's no justice here, only strength. And he said, and I am the definition of strength. I was, bro,
Dude, yeah.
crazy, crazy stuff. Another thing I loved about this issue, Spike and Optimus, their dynamic is
Right.
amazing. I love that dynamic. It reminds me of what Sam Witwicky and Optimus were like in the movies,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but
Like at its
honestly,
best
I
parts. Yeah, yeah,
its
absolutely,
best
dude. I
parts,
agree with
yeah,
that.
yeah. But honestly, I think I might like Spike and Optimus more because they really have these heartwarming conversations. And another great thing I love about this issue, how they tied that knot that we got in issue 6. Issue 6 was when Spike's father went into the spark,
Mm,
and we finally get answers of what actually had happened to him. So I'm glad they tied that up. They tied it up from issue 6, which was like the first volume of Transformers.
right.
So I was glad they gave us answers on that and tied that up really nicely. But the talk that they have in the art by Jorge Corona, like having that sunset moment and all that, it's great. But Megatron definitely stole the show in this issue. I
Yeah.
would say. It's just his dominance and his evilness. The fact that he built up Starscream, he built him up just to beat him up again.
So savage,
Like
dude.
it's oh my gosh, it's crazy. It's so good. So yeah, top 5 Transformers issue for me. I think so. I really think so. Like, don't get me wrong, all the other issues before this were really good, but this was like okay. I think like Transformers. I mean, it's always been peak, but this is like
Right.
peak. You know what I mean? So I think this is the top 5 Transformers issue. The only issues I could think of that are in that 5 is definitely, I think it was issue 4 where Optimus rips his arm off and starts beating
Oh, yeah,
like
yeah.
that's up there. The issue 6 I think is up there because that was
Right.
a heart tragic one. And I'm trying to think what else, man. Definitely more of like the earlier issues I remember. But yeah, Transformers, man.
Yeah.
This was just peak. This was just amazing. Dane Warren Johnson killed it. I haven't felt this mind blown of a Transformers issue probably since like the first volume, if I'm being honest. I mean, second volume was also great as well, but this was just amazing stuff. I can't wait for the next issue. I can't.
I know what you mean exactly. I think I agree with you in that it's the best issue in a while, I thought. And Megatron just having some absolute insane moments, dude, so sick. And then you brought up the fact that he brought Starscream back. Just the fact that like it's such a limited resource, right? But he's like, I'm gonna waste it on you just to bring you back so I can beat your ass
Beat
again.
you
Like,
up.
that's so crazy, dude.
It's so evil and
Yeah,
twisted,
man.
but I love Megatron. Love him.
Such a good issue. Yeah, so I agree with you that that one was probably maybe like 15 for me for the month or something like that. So yeah, dude, best issue in a while. It's like it reminded me like you can't drop Transformers. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to keep pulling it.
Right.
Like you're saying, I thought the first arc was like really good. Maybe
Insane.
not so
Yeah.
much later on. But this one brought it right back to it. So I agree with you 100% on that.
All right. Now you're about to name your number 1, but I'm
Yep.
about to guess. I'm gonna take a guess.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Hey man, I'm actually kind of swamped. I don't know what your number 1 might be. I feel like it's something so unexpected though. I feel like I'm not gonna see this one coming.
It's actually not that unexpected. It's pretty expected. Give
Pretty
you a hint, maybe
expected?
it's something we brought up before. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing. Nothing we haven't mentioned in this episode yet. But
I actually kind of swamped. 'Cause you already did Flash. You mentioned Flash already, so
right,
that checks out. I don't think it's an absolute. I don't think
it's
it's
an indie.
Marvel
It's an
either.
indie for sure.
Yeah, I figured it was an
Yeah,
indie.
yeah, right.
Oh, man.
If I show you, I mean, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
That
Is
makes
this a
sense.
surprise?
I should have thought.
Okay.
I should have thought. I
No,
should have known.
it's a-
Okay.
It's a good
Gotcha.
point, dude. Because like, so you brought it
Yes.
up. You had it at 3.
3.
I was like,
Yeah.
dude, this to me is definitely a top 3 of the month. But when I was getting down to it, looking at what came out this month, I was like, dude, there's no way this can't be number 1. The fact that you mentioned it's the number 1 of the year, absolutely,
Yeah,
dude.
I
I don't
think
think
so.
anything's gonna top it. Such a cool concept. It's massive. I mean, it's like a double-sized issue. Great Michael Walsh art, like you brought up. The other thing too, I'll just mention. I mean, the fact that this takes place in Maine, I can just look outside. Maybe it's the next town over. You know what I'm saying? Crazy stuff, dude. You said Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy, who's you're pulling for?
I'm rooting for it. Yeah, I'm rooting for Pretty Boy. I'm rooting for Pretty Boy. It's a
I
lot
don't
of
know who
dope
I'm.
characters you can root for though, man. Like,
Right.
cause Gamer Kid, he sounds dope. Like he he
Gamer
he
Kid.
looks
Yep.
dope too. Like Gamer Kid look and sounds dope. You got characters like Randy Rascal. He looks like a lunatic. So I like I
Right.
don't know, bro. It's yeah, it's so many
To
cool characters.
me, I think there's a reason why. To your point, we don't know too much about the Fox Mask Killer, but to me, there's
Right,
a reason why they kind of started with and kind of headline like, "Hey, this is kind of what our series is looking like," and they kind of show
right.
this like the first image or whatever. So to me, I think there's a reason why Fox Mask Killer. I also saw something they were talking about like the design of each character, and they were like, "Oh, Fox Mask, like we had that design like way early." So I
That's
don't know.
probably why then. Yeah.
You know, maybe could be. To your point though, it's boring kind of going just for the lone gunman, even though he seems like he is like kind of the main character of the series.
Right.
But blew me away, dude. Such a good issue.
It
I think
is
going
amazing
forward, it's
issue.
gonna have a different artist each one. Am I
Is it
wrong on
really?
that? I don't know. So like in the beginning, he brings up like the whatever, like the corpse crew. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if that means that these people are doing like just variant covers or something like that. I'm not sure, but there's like a huge name of a huge list of names at the beginning. He calls the corpse crew. I don't know if those are people
Okay.
that are doing
Yeah.
art going forward or I kind of hope that it's not, and I kind of hope they stick with Michael Walsh just so it has
Me
that
too.
same look all the way throughout. But just such a fun series, such a cool concept. I'm so into conspiracy, like alternate history sort of stuff. So this just kind of ticked all the boxes you could tick for a series like this, man. Tynan, just another one under his belt, dude. Bel Air, Becca Carey, another great letter or two. So just an all-star creative team. Exquisite Corpses, man. Closing it out with an Image pick.
Yeah. Image again. Once again. Image. I had a lot of image this month, man. It was really crazy. How many did I have in this pile? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah, that's seven in my top 10. I know like Transformers is like Skybound
Right,
image,
right.
but you know, yeah,
Out of it
seven.
all, dude,
Crazy.
we had just the Ultimates 12 and Daredevil Cold Day in Hell. Those are the only Marvel nods.
Those are only
Everything
Marvels,
else,
yeah.
dude, it's just a ton of Absolute and a ton of Image, man. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. I don't know, dude. That's been our top 10 list. I don't know. Is there anything else to say, dude? How do we usually close these out? I guess I ask you if you got any projects coming up.
Yeah. Projects. Am I doing any projects right now currently? Not right now, but I
Okay.
think there might be one in the works. So I know me and Comic Club, we did a live recently together, and I know he has like I think he's having like his podcast and stuff coming up. I know he talked about having me on there
Oh,
when once
nice. Yep.
he's all like set up and stuff. So that's gonna be really cool because I really like Comic Club. He's a dope dude. Me and him, not only do we talk about comics, but we're big movie heads. Like we
Oh,
follow each other
nice.
on Letterbox and yeah, we like review stuff. So yeah, it's cool. So I think
I
I
like
would say
Comic Club. Yeah,
that.
he's cool.
Yeah, he's mad cool. So I would say that I don't think anything else right now, but that's the only thing I can think of. Yeah, that's pretty much it, man. That's it.
Right on, man. Well, listen, guys. Another top 10 list in the books. This was everything we loved reading in the month of May. You guys know we're doing it again, man, in June. So definitely look forward to it. Definitely follow Kai, man, because like I was saying, man, he's got some of the best recommendations in the game. I added Geiger and I added TMNT to my polls. So definitely look forward on Kai's recommendation, dude. They were so good. Look forward, man. Maybe next month they'll be on my list, dude. But that's all I got. Top 10 list with my good buddy Kai. Look forward to next month, guys. Thanks for watching and read more comics.
Read more comics.